everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. That's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. A little bit later coming on today, spent this morning with my nearly 2-year-old granddaughter. Oh my goodness, exhausting, but absolutely worth it. That's what life is all about, is engaging with the next generation and engaging with nature. Okay, what do I want to have a look at first up? Goodness me, where do I start? I'm going to start with the drones in New Jersey. So entertainment only. Quite a number of people have asked me about this. I've had it noted down for quite a while now to actually have a look at. What happens is if you ask me a question, I'll note it down, and when the guides tell me it's the right time to actually read, then I will read on the particular topic. So let's have a look. I'm going to use my Lightseers Tarot, just see what we need to know about the drones in New Jersey. So there's been weeks and weeks of activities. Apparently residents, politicians and officials have no idea where these drones have come from and what they're doing. There's apparently been hundreds of them, from the size of a bicycle up to the size of a car. That's a big drone. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security are investigating, and some of them they can say, yeah, that was an aeroplane, but a lot of them they have no idea. Apparently once the police turn up, the lights go out. The police turn up in their helicopter, the lights go out and they disappear. So some are legit manned aircraft, but even the US Coast Guard have reported them. And the US military near a research facility. So, where are these drones from? What do we need to know about these drones? Show me the energies of these drones. Okay. Show me the energy of these drones. I am being told some of them are, Earth legit, where locals are piggybacking on the back of the drones themselves. Show me the energy of these drones. Come on down, let's have a look. I'm actually really curious now with the energy that my guides are giving me. Okay, the first card out, the Judgment card. Judgment is very much about a collective awakening, can be a call to arms, but not so much in this deck. This is about embracing the spirituality, allowing your spirit to sing and dance, opening yourself to the greater, what can be greater than our earthbound understanding, our 3D understanding. Okay, allowing your spirit to sing and dance, but judgment, an awakening. Because I'm going to hop on the bandwagon there, and I think some of them, not all of them, I'm being shown the number 30, so about 30%. 30% are not earth-based. Okay, let's see where they go. Okay. The challenge here is the protection card. The King of Pentacles. It can be one of my Donald Trump cards, but not so much in this particular deck. This is more about protection, protecting, putting up some guardrails, bringing some healing. So this is almost like protecting us from ourselves. I must admit, I haven't gone outside and had a look at the stars for a long time, but I am in suburbia, so can't really see anything. But we've got the protection here. The challenge is at the foundation, Two of Pentacles. Very much about earthbound capitalism and what is more. Choosing between looking down and looking up. A juggling, a balancing. Needing to balance. Thank you. I'm getting that this is a huge lesson that we're learning at the moment. Speaking of which, yesterday, if I looked like I had really tired eyes or black eyes, that was just my makeup that I'd worn to my daughter's graduation yesterday morning, falling into all my crevices and cracks on my face. I wear makeup about once or twice a year, and that's about it. And I'm very terrible at putting it on. But yeah, the foundation, their energy we're stewing in. We are at a time of choice about whether we choose the same old capitalism. Trump's in regards to his Time magazine cover and his ringing the bell at the stock exchange, claiming that he'll bring an economy the likes of what nobody's seen before and promising tax cuts. I can tell you the tax cuts and the economy are in this energy here. It'll be economy that'll be, he's not saying a better economy because it's going to be, if he gets in, which I don't see, but the lesson needs to be learnt, it'll be horrific. The economy will just literally go down the gurgler in the short term, so please look after your fellow Americans, and the tax cuts will be for the rich. So they're watching, this 30%, they're watching to see what choice we make. They're bringing protection, but they're watching to see whether we, humans, step up. Okay? In the past, logic, judgment, truth, honesty, no emotions here. In the past, this is looking to the future with brutal honesty, clarity, wisdom, feminine energy also being brought forward. Doesn't mean it's necessarily female. This is not an action card. This is an assessing card. So what do we need to know about these drones? Okay, I'm finding it quite interesting, this layout they've done for us, because I was going to do an energies layout, but I just go where my guides take me. Watching, assessing, no emotion involved here. There's no emotion in any of these cards. Watching on. So it can also be science. Oh, I love that the blue card's high. The blue flag is higher than the red flag. They're watching to see which choice is made. Also got the American eagle up here as well. They're watching to see what choice is made. Okay. Crowning this reading, the energy over what's happening at the moment is, I call this my would've, should've, could've card. Would've, should've, could've. Are we going to be able to let go of past choices that have brought us to a place that is full of despair and regret? Or are we going to turn our attention to what we have available to us in the here and now to create magic going forward? There's no point about lamenting the past, what was done in the past, the emotions of the past. All we can do is learn the lessons from the past and look to the future. So again, a decision that needs to be made. Are we going to stew in past decisions that have brought us to where we are here and now, but have left us in this deflated, lamenting, despairing energy? Or are we going to look at what is being offered to create magic going forward? So I really feel we are just simply being observed at the moment. However, Six of Wands, bringing forward a new message, a powerful lighting the flame, the wreath of victory. They're being seen and heard and celebrated. So the immediate future, some sort of victory, but it's also the feminine here as well. So the future, okay. Celebrating the victory of the female. Is this Harris? Let's see where we go. Externally, the offer is here. It is being presented. It's a new opportunity to go forward. It's a new opportunity to start anew. The message is being presented. It's up to us whether we take it or not. Internally, us light workers, and that's you, And that's me, and that's all the others with YouTube channels and those without YouTube channels who do amazing work in the community. We need to, in these times, hold on to our light. Be the light. Be the light at the end of the tunnel. There'll be attacks, absolutely. There'll be messaging that will try and pop this bubble of light that you encase yourself in, but you need to stay in the light, in the protective bubble. Know that what you bring forth is what the world needs at the moment, even though the world doesn't necessarily know that itself, because you will get attacks, aggressive messaging. Doesn't mean you go out and stand on the street corner and preach spirituality. That's a good way probably to get yourself arrested in the current climate. But this is about shining your light, shining your goodness, your empathy, your compassion, smiling at someone in the street, being polite, like genuinely polite, not condescendingly polite, being polite, being courteous, offering help, all those sorts of things. So be the person that others will look to and want to be. Here we've got the movement forward, the charity, fast movement forward, but it's chaotic to start with. This is about working out how we undergo this journey as we are learning to do it. I call it my Nike swish card as well, as in just do it and work it out, how to pull together as we are going along. Hold on for the wild ride, because here we've got the Seven of Swords, shining the light on the steel. It's not just the US, this is a worldwide issue at the moment, shining a light on the betrayal, literally on the steel. Betraying, stealing, committing sin. Now, when I'm talking about committing sin, I'm not talking about the Bible sins. I'm talking about the bigger picture here. Against your fellow, well, not your fellow humans, but against the fellow humans. Okay. Because we are at, goodness me, we started with the Queen of Swords on this side, with the past, going into the future, the Ace of Swords. A new beginning, in a new truth, in a new wisdom, in a new honesty, but also new science coming forward as well. But there are steps that we need to take to get there. So, okay, and then we've got the feminine healing, the feminine protection, the feminine serenity and engagement with Mother Earth. So, yeah, we've got this new beginning coming. So we've gone from this masculine protection as the challenge, I'll protect you whether you like it or not, to the feminine protection. So this, I'll protect you whether you like it or not, is very much, Trump said it, but we're also talking about the Taliban in Afghanistan. Their actions, they claim, are to protect their women folk. Okay, by basically hiding them in a corner and suppressing them. We're going from this masculine, dominating, misogynistic protection and healing, well, it's not even healing, to this feminine healing. Worldwide. New start, new beginning. Absolutely. But it comes down to the choices we make. The choices we make, the choices we make. It's on offer, and internally staying true to yourself, to your spiritual self, your light bringer self, staying true to yourself, and be the light. On the base, something's going to give us a swift kick and a harsh truth to go forward. However, we've got the Ten of Pentacles coming together as community, and then we've got the Ten of Cups, an emotional fulfillment, but also coming together of diversity, and it's also my voter card. We then have the Devil. Now, I'm going to have a little talk about this because I love the next card that's coming out. Again, it's about choices. He's he's not my type, but he is a rather seductive looking devil. And he goes, come this way, don't rock the boat, don't step up to the challenges, do the same old. Come on, you can do it. And what this is a divergence point where we're standing here at this divergence point and we've got this devil energy going this way, going, come on, just same old, don't cause any ripples, just do what I say, etc., which leads to nothing but despair. We have the other path that we can take. So we're at this divergence point. We can choose this way and we can choose that way. This way continues, same old. It just means that you'll get presented with the lesson to be learnt in a harsher form down the track. And what happens is you keep getting this divergence point repeating until you decide to take the other path. And the other path is this path. This is the path where things look difficult and look challenging, and you have to make decisions and you have to grow and expand in your understanding and your acceptance and your beliefs, and you become the person who you are meant to be. But it's the challenging path. And when you're standing there and you're looking at the two options, sometimes you don't have the energy for the challenging path, which, to be honest, when you're on it, you find not challenging at all, because everything falls into place because it's the path that you're meant to be on. But when you're at that divergence point, it looks challenging. You have to make decisions. You have to make choices. You have to step into your power, and it can look difficult. But if you continue down this same old path, you get this divergence point repeated again and again until you choose what looks like the more difficult path that you are meant to be on. Because the next card is the star of hope and healing. And I just love that she is looking at the stars, but we've also got this light from the stars connected to this feminine energy figure sitting on the ground here, earth-based, connection between the stars and earth-based. So again, this harsh truth will bring about a community coming together, ending of oligarchical and the rise of community, the coming together emotionally, but also an emotional completion. But we've got the devil and then we've got the star. So again, okay, the message that they're bringing us is about peace. About choices. About choices. Okay, so it's about choosing which way we go. They're watching us to see which way we choose. Will we choose what appears to be the more difficult path that we learn early? Feminine energy, but there's this anxiety. Okay, anxiety about what's going to be revealed out of this cup, feeling somewhat that we're still emotionally submerged. We're not out in the clear as of yet, but this is a serenity. So this is a serenity and acceptance and emotional maturity, a willingness to go with whatever the universe brings us. Go where we need to go, because the other alternative is the despair card. There's a heck of a lot going on in the world at the moment. There's a heck of a lot that you and I have absolutely no influence over whatsoever. We need to let that go. I know what's happening in the Middle East is extremely trying. I know what's happening in the US on the higher echelon political level is extremely trying. If there is nothing you can physically do to change what is happening, You need to emotionally let it go. Put it in the hands of upstairs, as my mother used to say, put it in the hands of upstairs and let them deal with it. Because the light of the white raven is coming and will dispel this darkness. So don't submerge yourself in it. Don't emotionally stay in this darkness. Give it to the upstairs. Step into the serenity of acceptance, because there are things that are coming that we have no control over, but we also won't understand until it happens. In other words, they're just basically saying, stay in the light, don't step into the darkness, because we've got a significant ending, a new beginning coming down the pike as we step into this protective female energy, feminine energy of acceptance and serenity and healing. So show me. I want to ask, are these 30%? I think they are. My question was, are they going to show themselves? But we need to be in the energy that we need. Oh, I think so, and it's going to bring about a significant new beginning. They're not here to save us. They are here to observe the choice that we make. And if we, as humanity, make the right choices, they will be bringing magical messaging, will step us through into this next era. So show me, guys, show me, will these, I don't even know what to call them. I was going to say extraterrestrial, but no, wrong name. Will they show themselves? Well, we are at a wheel of fortune where it comes down to our choice, where we choose the light or we choose the dark. Either feels like a gamble. She's got the dice around her neck. It is, oh gosh, and look, drawing the sword of truth, but also our actions have consequences. Our ability to look at ourselves in the mirror and like what we see, but also ability to look at our diversity and like what we see. Okay, thank you. They're just saying stop shuffling. Yeah, we are at a choice moment. The challenge is going to be walking away from what emotionally does not serve us and stepping up into the new dawn, the new day, the new horizon. So this is very much, again, it's about choosing whether we live in the lower vibration of that capitalist, materialistic energy with the Two of Pentacles, or whether we step up into the higher energy of the, how do I put that? I'm just getting told the unknown. But we know within ourselves, but it is an unknown. It's about trusting. It's about knowing the unknown. Okay, interesting way to put it, guys. Because this is the energy, the connection with the healing, with the hope, with the stars, but also because it's so purple, and purple is the color of your spiritual third eye chakra as well. Okay. In the past, absolutely. This is about letting go of the emotions that don't serve us, because if we get caught up in these toxic emotions of blame, of hate, of accusations, of dominance and demanding, of feeling insufficient of, oh gosh, if we get caught up in all those toxic emotions, you'll notice there's a snake and a bat and a rat all in there. If you get caught up in the fog of those emotions, you cannot clearly see the path forward that you are meant to be on, this path forward. So again, the message that they're bringing is that we need to let go of what we no longer have control of. This is the past, so I'd say a lot of us are already there. Step into the energy of goodness, the new dawn, instead of getting caught up in this blame, hate, toxic energy, the indecision. Indecision's another good one there. I once read, it was a long time ago, I can't even remember where I read it, I think it was an Arthur C. Clarke, might have been 2010 Odyssey 2, where the female captain of the ship said, a good leader can be wrong, but can never be indecisive. A good leader needs to make a decision, one way or the other, knowing that they may be wrong in that decision and then they can pivot. But indecisiveness is the worst possible energy that a good leader can be. Okay, so that's in the past. I suspect many of us have stepped through into this forward flow, crowning this reading. Power moment. Absolutely. Deciding what is really important that you want to hold on to in life and let go of the rest, and you will find it transformative. As you've got the butterflies there transforming. Letting go of what you're hanging on to that no longer serves you, whether that be preconceived ideas, whether it's relationships, whether it's material possessions. Do you really need that, 10-seater mahogany dining table just because it belonged to Great Aunt Mary, but it doesn't fit in your house and it's ugly and you can't stand it? No, you do not need to hang on to that. If you've got relationships that have run their course, it's time to let go of those as well. If they're not serving you, it's time to let go. Decide what is really important, what is worth holding on to. Let go of the rest, whether it's ideas, preconceptions, everything. At the core, fundamental, nuts and bolts level, what is it that serves you, that you want to embrace? The immediate future, here it is again, the would've, should've, could've. Getting caught in the lamenting of if only I had made a different choice. Every choice that you have made has brought you to the here and now, and there is absolutely nothing you can do to go back and change it. All you can do is look at what you have on offer, what is on the table in the here and now, instead of lamenting about what has been. Should have bought that house, not bought that house, should have stayed in that relationship, should have left that relationship, should have taken that job, not taken that job, whatever it is. There is absolutely nothing you can do. You need to look at what is in the here and now that you can create magic going forward. Externally, new plans, new messaging, embracing the win, feminine energy. Internally, betrayal. I think this is coming back to on the global basis as well. The rise of the feminine being seen and heard and acknowledged. Internally, though, shining a light on betrayals, lies, deceit, even if it's self-deception, self-lies, Not saying you're doing that, but I'm just saying this is all part of the bigger picture because this is internal work that needs to be done. Again, crossroads moment, hopes and fears, time to take the blindfold off and make a difficult decision about which path you take forward. Do you take the path of that universe is encouraging you to take, or do you not? Again, choice. They're watching us to see what choice we make. New start. Trust that the universe has got your back. Give it to the universe to deal with and move forward with the magic that you can create that's on offer to you. Because we're facing a new start. Oh God, look at this, these major arcana. And we work it out while we're going. And the feeling of emotional freedom. Knowing that financially you will have enough. Even if you're on welfare, you will have enough. You need to let go. There will be enough. And emotional joy and freedom, and that is what is on offer, depending on the decision that we make. Just looking at what's on the bottom here. We've got the Justice card, drawing the sword of truth, but our actions having consequences. Heartbreak, loss, despair, betrayal, anguish, feeling barrenness, but this is the time where we need to embrace our inner spirit and allow our inner spirit to dance and sing our inner light, bringing things full circle, the emotional fulfillment, the love. We've got the King of Swords here. This is action, whereas the Queen on the previous spread she was internally putting her emotions aside and looking to the future with brutal clarity and truth and wisdom and knowledge. She was also my Harris card as well. This card is the action card in relation. This is the external doing. But again, we need to come down off this safe space where we're shining our light, but we're shining it in secret. Doesn't mean you publicly go out and start reading tarot cards on the street corner. It just means you need to acknowledge the light that you have within. Come down out of this safe space, this isolation, and take the steps necessary to start on the path that you are meant to be on. This is about making that what looks like a difficult choice. But after the first half dozen steps, the path smooths out. It still means you need to take action. You need to work at it. But there's no obstacles there. There's nothing to trip over. But you need to take the steps to start on that path, because if we do, and I'm going to say these higher beings are going to embrace and bring balance, moderation, calm. What are our long, long, long distant ancestors called angels? Are our star ancestors. Because they had no other explanation for it at the time. The energy we're sitting in, what is on offer. Okay, that put me down a path I wasn't expecting. They're here watching, seeing what choice we make. They're making themselves, what I'm getting is they're making, okay, thank you. I actually have 2 always in my house. I can only see them via their auras. I don't actually see them. The house is a bit crowded at the moment. But they're watching, they're observing to see what choices we take as a species. They're making themselves more visible because it is part of the lesson that we need to learn as to whether we sit in fear, because humanity has a tendency to fear what it doesn't understand. What those cards are telling me and the feeling I'm getting, it's about going within, touching your inner God light. God is within us, if you want to call it God or spirit or whatever you need to call it. The original teachings were that God is within us all. Humanity chose to take it out, various elements of humanity, and say, oh, no, you've got to go through this person to talk to God. No. Spirit is within us all. It's about embracing spirit over trying to fill that inner self with materialism, especially this time at Christmas. Fill ourselves with the light, with the love, with what is really important, with self-care, self-nurture, over materialism. You'll notice if you get a desire to buy something and you buy it and it makes you feel happy for a little while, then the feeling goes away and you need to buy more and more. I've been there, done that, but what I found was never enough. So it's very much about going within and fulfilling yourself within. And they're watching us to see whether we can do this. And if we can prove ourselves worthy, I'm just looking at the cards, they're a bit skewy, and this was the card in the middle. If we choose the light over the dark, they will show themselves. They will protect us. I think I'm being told they're seeing whether we're worthy of protecting. Goodness me. Now I want to cry. Okay. Love to you all. Take care.